What do you get when you take Gotham City sirens and insert them on Wonder Woman's home island for a girls' night out? You get episode 9 of Harley Quinn, as Harley Quinn tries to throw herself into Poison Ivy's bachelor party in an attempt to suppress her feelings for Ivy. Hello everyone, I'm DanTheMan, and this episode had comedy, action, hookups, and a song about pooping underwater that went on way too long. First thing first, I gotta say, while the joke was slightly funny with them going to the island resort of Themyscira on an invisible jet, I can't think of anything that sounds more terrifying than traveling for what was presumably hours on an invisible plane. Although while disturbing, the running gags of the birds flying into the plane was kind of funny. Hey, I need help, what can I say? Then we have Poison Ivy's gal pals for the Bachelorette party. We got a return of Nora Freeze, Mr. Freeze's wife, who I got to admit I did not expect to see again, and Catwoman, who's always welcome back anytime. I kept wondering if there was some deep cut I was missing with Jennifer, the other member of the group at Poison Ivy's Bachelorette party, but if there is, I don't know what it was. I tried to look it up and I didn't find anything, but as far as I know, they never gave a last name, which would make it hard to really look her up. Might have been they just wanted someone to fill the role of entitled friend trope that these kind of things have on TV. If anyone does know some connection she has in the comics, feel free to tell me in the comments. We did get a deep cut with Eris, a character who, while an actual character of mythology, is also a villain to Wonder Woman, sporting a comic-accurate look, at least her new 52 look, in this show. We also got the return of Lex Luthor, which I only mention because so far we've seen Bane and Luthor from the Legion of Doom. Did anyone die when the Joker blew up that base? I did like the twist they threw in with Harley knowing that Eris was up to no good, but taking her out was part of the Bachelorette party for Poison Ivy, after enjoying the facilities at first, of course, because sometimes apparently you can have it all. And as usual, we got a fun action scene out of it as the Cobb Squad took down Eris and her Amazonian henchwoman. We also got a subplot with King Shark being forced to come back home to an arranged marriage, King Shark's father being King of the Sharks, along with King Shark's real name being Nane, if I pronounced that right. Might have confused some who know the character by his appearance in The Flash, but unlike that show, in the comics, King Shark is not a human turned into a shark man, but an actual shark person who comes from a society of underwater sharks. I'm somewhat torn with this subplot. I mean, King Shark is always good for a laugh, and he had some great lines in this episode, like he does every episode he's in, but it never quite landed, and the Disney song parody I feel could have been real clever, but the whole song being about how underwater you can do your business wherever you want, it went on way too long and I really didn't find it funny. I didn't even find it gross, but this was another example of this show just seeming to think saying something crass was in and of itself funny. The callback that King Shark made to the joke near the end almost saved it, but it still seems like it took up too much time in an already busy episode. Then of course we get what everyone, at least who saw the DC Universe thumbnail, was waiting for: Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn hooked up. Twice. I think most saw this coming even if they weren't spoiled, but I just hurt for Harley, who both times had to then deal with Poison Ivy telling her what it was a mistake it was, when it was clear Harley didn't feel it was. Harley finally told Ivy how she felt, but was rejected as Ivy couldn't trust Harley not to eventually break her heart. That was obviously an excuse to keep them apart longer and drag out the love triangle between Harley, Ivy, and Kite Man that I think is clear now will probably not end well for poor Kite Man, but it was a logical reason, and everything we know of Harley would make her someone you couldn't quite trust not to get bored and move on to something else. I assume the next episode will be Harley trying to prove Ivy wrong. Don't know if she will, but I will say at this point, if the season doesn't end with the two getting together, there will definitely be a lot of disappointed viewers and possible fan backlash, although I definitely think they'll be together by the end. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And don't forget to check out my review for episode 2 of Stargirl, which you can see by clicking on the card before you. I'm DanTheMan, and I'll see you next time.